Down there, right?
No.
It's down there? Gang. I told you it's in the couch, bro. Look, it's right here.
How your laptop in the couch?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, cuz.
Kid 18 lose a laptop on the couch.
Yo, that's a crazy spot.
I told you that shit was in it, bro.
How far, like, school and stuff away from here? Like, campus?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah. And then, everything is pretty much close. And you got Atlanta right there, so I can always just, you know, if I want to get away, I can just go over there. And my aunt live over there too, so.
Case right here, Landon.
What's up, bro?
Robert.
What's up? Nice to meet you. Yeah, y'all go take a seat. Once we finish up with reports, we'll like bring up picture, sign, the autograph, all that. Hey, we was in our Warzone. That's what I was on Warzone with.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That was me, him, and dang, Gainesville not here. Yeah, I be on that Warzone. You be on that Warzone?
Nah, I haven't gamed in a break, bro.
You tripping. That Warzone something different, I promise you. Me and Jakai was on it yesterday too. Me, Jakai, and his like cousins or something like that. We called it Little Dub.
How many dubs
It
you got?
took 2 hours. I ain't gonna, it's not easy though. We got 1 dub in like 2 hours, but it's not easy though.
I'm making sure I heard him.
Yeah, you just tell me to take a picture of it.
Feel free to your child, congratulate them on a great week. We will have a bunch of them over here on this bench right here.
That's a national champion trophy. I haven't got on my visit, but I need to held it like really when the commissioner like give it to me like, and a national champion for back to back.
How you doing? Oh, great news to do. Great, thanks for coming.
All right, 3, 2, 1. My boy Boogie Fland. My boy, it's been a while.
Breaking news from college basketball. Former Arkansas standout Boogie Fland is transferring to the reigning national champion.
Last time I seen you, we was at the Garden, I think.
Yeah.
I think that was the last time.
I had over 100 people here. Seeing the first time is the Garden. I mean, it's not more special than that.
Fland will not. Boogie Fland. Fland in the corner for 3, and it's good.
That was a good game.
Hey, that was a legendary one. Especially since I'm from New York, so that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, well, we in University of Florida, we at the Swamp.
New home, you know. It feel different here, you know. I like it, you know. I'm enjoying myself. And, you know, everybody's like family here. Nice to meet you guys.
Another natty. You gonna be the star of the show this time?
We got to.
Yeah.
We're gonna be the star of the show. Yeah.
All right, go Gators.
Yes. Nice to meet you guys.
How's the adjustment been? You got down here like 2 weeks ago, something like that?
Yeah.
How's the adjustment been? You was in New York at the time, so how's it been?
I mean, it's been nice, you know. One thing, the weather is always hot, you know.
Mad.
But just everything, you know, just the people that I'm encountering, you know, the connections I'm making, and, you know, how everybody's so welcoming here, you know, and then my teammates, you know, they cool. Everybody got a personality, so that's smooth. But, you know, it's just, you know, it's an adjustment, like you said, you know, but I'm adapting. And, you know, we getting better every day.
Yo, wait. Do you saw that Bravos that we had?
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Yeah, I see that.
You want to
pull it up?
Yo, I want to see how tall that jet was, bro. Oh, my God.
We got another one coming to us on back black.
Word. Tiny, look at that thing.
What's up, man?
Yeah. You got it right. Yeah. Oh, that's the Bravos in there too, man?
Nah, that's just you, man. I'll pull it up too. What you think? What you think? What you think?
This color tough.
I know.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the business.
But you got it right.
Bro, I was up
I
late
already
every
know.
night.
I already know it.
I was here every night trying to get this thing done.
Boogie went crazy with this color, bro. You picked a fire-ass color.
What was it about Florida that made you like this was your destination for your sophomore year?
I mean, so the visit, I'll say, was one of a kind, because I'm used to visits being like visits. This was more like, it felt like a second family, a second home, you know, a new place I call home. And, you know, all my people said it too. You know, it wasn't just me, it came from, you know, the ones around me. And I feel like that's big when picking a school. You know, you want to feel like you're welcome here. You want to feel like they want you here, and you want to feel like it's a family.
Nah, yeah. Shout out Heck behind the camera right now.
Yeah, shout out Heck.
They had a vlog. I was watching that like, dang. I told Heck earlier the thing where you saw like your spine moving and stuff. I was like, oh, that looked crazy.
I'm telling you, that joint crazy.
That looked crazy.
That's a sports science joint, so we go there, you know, just to like get our movement and stuff. So when we go to weight room, you know, it really applies, and you know, we're doing stuff that's corresponding to us.
Oh, you want to get changed first? Or you want to watch? All right, come up and like when you're done.
I got you right now.
All right.
Yeah, welcome to the.
Yeah, I need a little.
Welcome to the locker room. This is
little
it.
tour.
Yeah, hello. This is the locker room right here. Gator sign. I still haven't figured out what these are. We're gonna get to that. Oh look, I just happened to pop up. This is like the summer shooting gym, like our averages and stuff. Stuff that we do. You know, you gotta get that. Ruben's in here with it, cuz. Say what's up to Ruben.
What's good, bro?
Say what's up to the vlog, bro.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? Good, what's up?
Chilling.
Yeah, man. That's
New number in the cut. Y'all already know this. Shake don't know that. Number 0.
I don't know what shaking is on.
Yeah. So that's that. Nice for beginnings. That number fit hard. I know. That number fit hard. It look hard too. It might be better than 2, right? 0 better than 2. Oh, no. I think Mr. 2 though. I can't lie.
What's been like your favorite part, like facility wise, stuff like that?
Facility, probably the tradition of the court. I ain't gonna lie, cause we're gonna go in there. You're gonna see why I say that. They haven't changed it since they won, I think, back to back or since then. So it's gotta be that. To be honest.
So before you committed here, transferred here, you was going through like the draft process in New York.
Yeah.
So talk about like going through that, like NBA workouts, NBA schedules.
I mean, that was an experience. You know, I feel like it's one that, as a basketball player, you want to go through. And for me, you know, it was just learning and, you know, just get all the feedback I possibly can. You know, I feel like that's the new day and age, new era, you know. And, you know, it's just one to, you know, cherish for real, honestly.
You got the that's blessing. You got the option. You could come find another school and stuff like that.
You know, I was just thinking about. So one for us, I want our team to be as good as it can be. But 2 for you, like as you start getting your stock higher, and we get you to top 15, top 10. This is one of the things you're going to need to improve. I'm sure you know this, but so you're at the rim, right? Your layups last year, you shot 39%.
Yeah.
Right? You knew that, or you knew it wasn't great?
Yeah,
so that's something I'm sure you've been working on. But I was like, why? Like, I watch you in practice and workouts, and you're super athletic. You're pretty good around the rim. So I was like, let me go through and just watch, and then try and watch some of the NBA guys that are really good at it. But let's watch yours first. I just want you to, like, we'll just go through it and see if you can make, like, I mean, again, this isn't an exact science. Like, you know the game very well. I know the game very well. Between the 2 of us, we can figure out like things that are actionable to improve, right? So I put most of them like, it's tough. These are makes and misses. This is pretty much all of them. Not including, I didn't include like fast break, wide open layups or dunks, like.
You put like contact ones. Like
everything but like the wide open, like you get a steal, wide open layup, because anybody, you know, my 9th grader or my 3rd grader can make that. You know, these are like, how can we improve in traffic? So crushed the team, right? Almost goes in, little off balance maybe. That's tough. Pretty good, right? You get middle.
So you ducked in, so it makes it easier.
Yep.
Usually I'm going against.
Yep. And this year you're going to get some wide open ones like that, which is nice because that's how our offense works here. this one especially. Like this one is you're trying to draw the foul, which is good. Like you gotta draw fouls. You're going against a big guy like this, and I don't think it's a foul, right? And he uses like you try and out athleticize him, and it didn't really work. This one I love. You just missed it. Yeah. But you'll see in like these NBA guys, like they mix their athleticism with their craftiness so well. And like this was crafty, right? That wasn't like you jumped as high as you could. Like this was crafty. You just missed it, right? But that's like you got it, jump quick. That's you'll see when we get to some of these NBA guys.
Well, let's talk about Arkansas a little bit. Yeah. Great year, beginning of the year, you get hurt. Talk about that. Like a lot of people don't understand how that really, like as an athlete before, I've been injured, surgery, just like you. That take a toll on your mental.
It do.
Especially somebody like you, come out killing, then you get hurt. So talk about like going through that and what that was like.
I mean, for that, it was more so the patience that I had to endure. I feel like you see a lot of guys go through injuries in college, and I feel like college is really a test if you really love basketball or not. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the injury, it helped me take a step back and look at basketball a different way. I love it a different way. I really cherish it because it could be taken away that quick. And for me, like you said, I was coming out killing. I felt like it was even harder to come back. You know what I mean? Like when you're looking so forward at what can be your future in the NBA, and getting hurt, it happens. But for me, it was more so of just like everything that I had to overcome. The patience that I had to learn. But I felt like it was for the better, honestly. I could look at the game a different way, and I could see that I still got some flaws, some imperfections that I could fix before getting to that big league. Because, that big league is not a joke. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to get there, but when you get there, you want to play. So for me, I'm just looking at it differently, and I'm just excited to keep going, just keep working and keep improving.
Even, I think, like, the best part about the year, of course, like I said, like, I was at the Madison Square Garden game. That was crazy. You had a couple big games too, but like I think the best part is you came back for the tournament. Like honestly, most people was like, "Oh, he crazy," but people don't understand. Like basketball, you need rhythm, bro. Like
people was telling me, bro, you should have come back. You should have. That was a bad idea.
That was the biggest. Like any coach that ever see you now is like, "Yo, he wanted to win for his team." You came out. Like usually we know you coming off screen, scoring, facilitating. You played your role,
That's
came in, got some big wins.
I already knew what coming into the games. I knew what I was already gonna do. Like I'm playing my role. They've been doing this already. I'm just trying to help them give a little whatever I need to do for y'all. I'm gonna do for y'all, and that's really my message to them and Coach Kyle. And I'm pretty sure they knew that. Mm-hmm. And they always grateful for what I've done. So
and Kyle even gave you a shout out. You was going through the draft process. Yeah. He he knew like you were finding looking at other options too. Like talk about like what he meant to you. Came to you as when he first you committed to Kentucky. He left, went to Arkansas. What did he like mean for your freshman year?
I mean, me and Coach, we had a special relationship, and we had one that we could communicate. And I feel like that's big when it's a coach and your PG. Like you two are the most important guys on the team. You guys need to be connected, and I feel like that was big for us. Especially the year that we had, the things that we had to overcome. And if we were connected, the whole team was, and we were the leaders, we were the alphas. So
The daily schedule usually now that you're doing team stuff.
Well, we get here the bigs go first. They'll lift at 8:30, and then we'll come in 9:30. Then we'll lift, and then the bigs will be on the court while we lifting though. And then after that, we'll come on the court, do our work a little bit, and then chill, and then we'll most likely come back later and work out, like schoolwork, polish your game.
Don't play any pickup or anything?
Nah, we didn't do that. Well, actually, we do. We do threes, we do ones. We're going to do 5 soon, I'm pretty sure, in the next week or so. But it's going to be good. It's progression, So it's a process. We're not rushing it. But Don't tell the people who you are, bro. Go tell them. Go ahead.
I'm a live stream. I'm trolling.
Yeah, tell them you next up. Tell them you next up.
You next up?
Huh?
Tell them you next up.
What?
Tell them you next up. In ball time.
Wait, what?
Tell them you next up.
Next up?
You know what that means? Like you're the next one.
You're the next one coming.
Oh yeah, I'm the best. Yeah. I'm gonna be the best player.
Yeah.
Basketball player. I'm gonna be better than Michael Jordan because I curve. And it's a hand.
Yeah.
So now we have Florida. Just saw you with Xaivian Lee workout. Talk about like that backcourt, how that came about. He committed first. It was rumors in the press.
Hey, it was supposed to be a private meeting, and somehow, some way, they got it to.
It was rumors, but it ended up happening. You know, he came from Princeton, been great there. Just to watch y'all work out, shoot the lights out together. Talk about that dynamic and how. Like, I feel like a lot of people is doubting him. For instance, because he's coming from an Ivy League, but he's been playing basketball his whole life. I feel like he's gonna come out and show people really what he's about. And he works hard, down to earth kid, and just the bond is there. So if the bond is there off the court, on the court should be a piece of cake.
Chris is the director. So how's Florida been so far since you got down here?
Yeah, it's been good so far. Been here for like 2 weeks. Got good workouts and we just started playing, getting up and down a little bit, but it's been a smooth transition so far.
Season playing with Boogie, people with you guys in those backcourts. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing a lot about that. I'm excited to get to it, show what we're on. Like, I think me and Boogie could play really well together, and I'm just excited, honestly, Of
course, Florida coming off a national championship. How big is it for you to come in? Walter Clayton here last year, you probably guarded him and stuff like that. Do you want to repeat? Like, is that a big thing on your mind? Like, we was walking around today, people were like, oh, you gonna get it done? You gonna get it done? So how's it for you?
I mean, for me, I most definitely want to repeat, But
got to.
I feel like it's gonna be harder this year though, for sure. We got a target on our backs, and I'm pretty sure we know that. So we got to come in, just work extra harder than last year. We got to come in with a chip on our shoulder. And I'm pretty sure we got people on our team that know what it takes. They fresh off a national championship. So I feel like we got some guys that, they'll lead the way and show us their way.
How you feel like coming to the SEC stage, showcase more of your talent, clearly your household name now, stuff like that. How do you feel to get that attention and stuff?
I mean, it feels good, but, work just started. They got us right in the summer so far with Velo in the weight room, so he's getting ready for SEC play, more physical and stuff. But basketball's basketball, so I'm just excited to be here and get to it.
The Gator way.
And what's the biggest thing for you this summer? Like where are you going into this summer? I got to get better at this. I can see me improving in this. What's that for you?
I would say anything, but for instance, I would say finishing at the rim. I feel like that's a big part of my game that I need to, be more efficient at. Definitely body-wise, weight room, getting stronger. And just little things I could pick up, from different point guards in the league or different point guards in college, Just certain stuff that I could work on, certain imperfections.
Last shot right here.
You don't like when it goes back room straight in though, like a bucket.
What?
And the net don't move, it goes back room down.
That's still back room. I like them. But for this game, no, that's it. But where you at? 4. That's you. 4. See, that's you.
Force it up. Yes, sir.
Front rim.
That's crazy.
He made it. He made it. Shit, I'm next. I'm cool. I can't be the last one to hit. I can't lose to little Chris.
So what was like your biggest takeaway from freshman year? You had like a couple messages or one thing, and then your mind, like what'd you take away from your freshman year of college?
My biggest takeaway. I mean, there's so many I could take away, you know, but probably that the gym will never fail you. I know that's so like broad, and it could be.
It's true though.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But like that's really what it is. And you know, I had Unc. We call Nelly Unc. So Unc was hardest work on our team. He made sure he basically showed us the way of what we need to do to get to that national championship. And you know, we forever grateful for him for what he's done for the program, and just you know how he helped me look at basketball a different way. You know, just how hard he goes and just never taking nothing for granted. You know, and I feel like over time our team started to realize that, and we all started to get in the gym and just you know cherish the work and cherish just the connections that we were making with each other. You know, because I ain't gonna lie, that year went by mad fast.
Yeah, it go by quick.
That's what I'm saying. Like you don't. It's really like people say in the beginning, like, "Yo, this go by fast," but when you're really in it, it don't. Like you know what I mean? It's really like a blink of an eye. So just cherishing every moment, and you know, just having fun with it. I feel like that's a lot of people get in college and they think, "Oh, it's college. I gotta do this first year." Nah.
Yeah.
You know, you don't always. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't always need the first year. You know, run your own race. That's what I'm starting to realize. You know, just run your own race. You know, be your own person. And, you know, be comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, bro. Can't wait. You know, I'm going to be around. Florida. Shout out Florida for the hospitality off rip. Shout out them for that.
That's the Gator way, though. You know,
I love that. I love that, but my boy Boogie Fland.
You already know.
Know the vibes.
Shout out Shaky. Shout out Heck. Y'all know the vibes.